So today, folks, I want to talk about ownership. Last time I talked about land, and I stressed land when I was out of town. I want to talk about something such as ownership and how important ownership is. Today I'm in front of Wienerschnitzels. Wienerschnitzels is offering up franchises to anyone. It's there for the taking, folks. 600,000 net worth and 250,000 in liquid assets. Yes, I'll say it again. $600,000 net worth. 600,000 you gotta have, and $250,000 in liquid assets. We don't talk about franchises. Just like I told you, I mentioned before when I was out of town, checking out land. We don't talk about land. We don't talk about franchises. Franchises. What's wrong with it? Get some people together, draw up a contract, put your money together, and get a piece of the pie, such as a franchise. We don't talk about it. We talk about everything else under the sun, and it's crazy. But we don't talk enough about ownership. We're scared. We're scared of the topic. I think we're scared of the word ownership. I noticed something, and yes, this is Black History Month, and honestly, I think it should be every month, not just 1 month. Black History Month? Just 1 month? Are you serious? So, oh well. Anyway, like I said before, franchises, ownership, not just being a worker, and you can be a worker, but have an investment. Have an investment. Invest in something. Invest in a franchise. If not just you by yourself putting up your money, split it. 5, 4, 5, 3, 2 different ways. If you got it like that. And yes, it's going to cost money, but at the same time, it's a franchise. And from what it sounds like, you won't be alone. Putting together a business plan, having someone standing right behind you to make sure as an entrepreneur that you succeed. But like I said before, folks, we don't talk enough about this. We talk about everything else under the sun. And honestly, I think people are afraid. We talk about a lot of things that don't amount to anything. Before I spoke about land, you have others that talk about real estate and the ups and downs, the stock market and Bitcoin. I think that's great, but we're leaving other things out. You have people that might not want to get involved with the stock market or Bitcoin. There's some that might not even want to get involved with real estate, and I get it. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's nothing easy. You know what it is? It's responsibility. That's what it is. It's responsibility, folks. A lot of people don't want to have that type of responsibility, let alone accountability. And I'm sure having a franchise is all that and some. Responsibility, accountability, be an entrepreneur. People don't even want to be an entrepreneur. You got your workers, you got your entrepreneurs, you got your naysayers, and you got your ones that are just literally doers and get up and do it and make it happen. I'm sitting right here before you folks, showing you just one company that's been around forever. Forever. It's almost like a household name. Wienerschnitzels. No different from McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Burger King, KFC, Wendy's, Taco Bell. Wienerschnitzels is out for the taking, you all. And I believe in Louisiana, if I haven't mentioned it already, in Louisiana, they'll be putting out or building 20 to 25 other Wienerschnitzels out there in Louisiana. You can jump on top of that if you're out there in that area, as far as ownership or having a piece of the pie, getting a Wienerschnitzels franchise, that is. What's wrong with it? It's an investment, something that you can pass down. And if you do it as a family, oh boy, do it as a family. And if you don't have a family that can get together and invest in a Wienerschnitzel, like a family-owned business, we got to start thinking and having those type of conversations. Speaking of as far as generational wealth and things to pass down, once again, it's Black History Month. I said it before, it should be every month. But these are things we don't talk about, folks. We're scared. Some of us are scared to talk about this. But we can talk about everything else that's not amounting to anything. Step out the box. We put our money in all kinds of things. Think about it. Cannabis. Just cannabis businesses and companies all around, along with the fast food restaurants. And look who's patronizing that. Look who's putting their money into that. Not putting their money into it as far as ownership, because it costs a lot of money to even have a cannabis company. A lot of money. They asked for a lot. And there were people that were on top of that. Once it got legalized, and especially where I live, cannabis companies popped up left and right. Conventions were being held speaking on cannabis. Get in the game, folks. Start getting in the game. Yes, Black History Month, but what are we really talking about? I don't even hear that much anymore. Rest in peace, Martin Luther King. But what are we really talking about? Same conversations about nothing. And instead of talking about things that mean something, we're behind the 8 ball. And you might be asking, I shouldn't have to tell you when I speak of being behind the 8 ball, you know who. It's okay. It's all right. I mean, it really isn't okay, but it's okay. Let's keep having a conversation about things that don't amount to anything, that's a waste of time. Once again, folks, this is Wienerschnitzels. It's up for the taking as far as a franchise. They're out there. You just got to go online and look it up. This was actually sent to me, not by someone emailing me. I found it. Just doing my own research, doing my own homework. People don't want to do homework and research, like going back to school. They don't want to do this. It's too hard. It's too much work. Ownership, folks. Ownership. A franchise. Let's change the conversation. Let's change the game. Have a piece of the pie. Invest. I can't stress it enough. People acting like they don't have money, but they got money to put into all kinds of other things. Things that depreciate. These fast food restaurants, certain ones, have been around forever, and depending on the location, they are booming, kicking butt, kicking major butt. We're in the United States of America. I won't say the land of the free, but the land of opportunity. If you put your mind to it, if you really put your mind to it, you'd be surprised at what you can do. People from other countries come in and kick butt. Immigrants as well. There's people that have been here from the time they were born that have no excuse. Some poor, some rich, not even going into the middle class. There's some people that's making money right now hand over fist and don't even know what to do with it and spend their money on frivolous things that don't amount to anything. But you talk about franchise, that's a word they don't want to talk about. Just look around. Just look at the conversations out there, folks. Seriously. Look at the conversations being had. Things that can do nothing for you, a waste of time. So you know what? Let them have it. It doesn't make any sense. But I will give a shout out to the entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs, I will never stop rooting for you. I will shout out to the cows come home for all the entrepreneurs that are doing their thing, that's making money hand over fist and making major investments. I don't care, once again, if it's stocks, Bitcoin, land, real estate, franchises, you do it. If you have an idea out there, you put it out there. Once again, this is Black History Month, which should be every month. But what are we really doing when it comes to putting our minds to something that matters? What are we really doing? And when I say what are we doing, I can say that as a whole. I just don't have to say a particular group, because there's groups out there, and what I'm presenting, this is nothing. What do they say? YouTube is watched by millions of people all around, and regardless if you're watching this video or not, somebody might get an idea. It might get in their head. Hey, a franchise. Yeah, franchise. So if you're watching this, take the opportunity, take the time out and think to yourself. Come up with a game plan, draw it out, a business plan. It might be an interesting investment, Wienerschnitzels. And it doesn't have to just be in Wienerschnitzels. It could be another fast food business. But it's money to be made, depending on the location. You'll make money. I doubt that you'll lose. It just depends on the location. Don't do it by yourself. You just need a team. Just need a team. Team that's reliable and loyal. And they know what they're doing. Get your lawyers, get your paperwork, get your contracts. Just get it together. But let's start talking about ownership. Let's start, once again, changing the conversation. Franchise, folks. Franchises.